Old is the latest film directed and written by M. Night Shyamalan, highly popular for his first three films. I think his first three films of Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Signs. He may have peaked too early because those three, in my opinion, are all each incredible. Specifically, Signs. Signs gave me horrible nightmares. I remember seeing it in theaters with my family, and the scene with the alien coming in the little girl's birthday birthday party home video, and they're like, behind, behind, and the alien just walks by. Freaked me out. And so when I went home, I had to watch. I remember actually having to put on Mrs. Doubtfire, hello, to feel better. And yeah, I had nightmares for a long time after Signs. Old is the latest directed and written by Shyamalan. It's not one of his better ones, but it is based on the graphic novel Sandcastle, written by Frederick Peters and Pierre Oscar Levy. Released July 23rd, 2021, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour, 48 minutes. Some of the positives. Shyamalan continues to be a really great idea guy. He kind of reminds me almost of a George Lucas, where really creative, awesome storyteller, but as far as execution and when he's writing the dialogue, it gets really messy. So it's a really fun premise. This family goes to this tropical resort, and on this beach, they find that the passage of time works differently on this beach, and 1 hour counts for 2 hours that you age. So 1 hour in real time counts for 2 hours that you age. So the longer you're there, you start to age rapidly and rapidly and rapidly. And there's a lot of body horror that comes from that, and that's where the movie is at its best, when it is embracing the terrifying factor of all this. It's a really fun premise, and Shyamalan's directing and his camera work are pretty top notch. It's always fun to see a Shyamalan movie, even if it's awful, like Avatar or After Earth. But it's always just fun to see this creative voice out there. You know, he still produces original work. He's still always coming up with ideas. So I mean, it's fun to see him still working. He is one of the more original creative storytellers working today. The movie also has some awesome sound design. There is one specific scene that is meant to replicate a character who has lost their hearing, and their hearing is going. And as the camera circles around, the audio goes through speaker to speaker to speaker. She covers her ear, and the entire theater goes dead silent. It was really cool. It was cool audio design that really helped drive that impact home of someone who is aging rapidly and losing their hearing. Also, there is a character who is a rapper on this beach, and his rapper name is Mid-Size Sedan. And that is one of the coolest rapper names I have ever heard. So well done, M. Night. Well done. Some of the negatives, and there's a considerable amount. The dialogue in this film is not good, to say the least. A lot of the characters in this, ridiculous situation, admittedly, should be horrified, and I think they're written to be horrified, but they are coming off as a little goofy, and like a person died while swimming, and then this other person on the beach is saying like, he was looking like Michael Phelps just a minute ago, and it's like, would someone really say that? And just a little weird. So some flat characters there too. The actors do a fine job, but the characters are just written almost as like caricatures. You don't get a lot of background on them fully, but you're just kind of seeing people react, and it just doesn't come off as authentic when you see it. Another one of Shyamalan's bad habits is his twist endings. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. For every Sixth Sense, there is a lady in the water, or a glass, But this movie has a great ending in there somewhere. But the final minutes ruin an otherwise really strong ending. The twist, it kind of reminds me of The Village a bit, where The Village, I was like, oh, where's this going? Where's this going? And then the twist itself is kind of a letdown. And then ultimately, the film is kind of forgettable, as it doesn't really feel like the premise is handled seriously enough. Again, it lessens the impact the story has on you. When you are watching a horror movie, or a movie that is supposed to be pretty terrifying, that has some horrifying imagery, there is some good stuff in here. The ending itself, and then just the overall handling of it as more comedic, or if it comes off as goofy, or it feels like you're laughing at something you're not supposed to be laughing at, that's the worst feeling for a horror movie. It lessens the impact. And then, I mean, really the final like 10, 15 minutes just really lessened my enjoyment of the overall film. So we'll see what M. Night does next. I'll still continue to see his work. I do like the guy. I like his ideas. I just wish he had someone to kind of proofread and maybe give him a few more drafts instead of him writing all the dialogue and all the story. So Old, I'm going to give 2.5 hearing aids out of 5. Go check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you check out my other movie and TV reviews. Also, Comic Book Classroom just had a video on King the Conqueror. So check it all out. Let me know what you think. I'm Brendan K. Make it your day.